Hello, hello, what is up? How you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, it has been a while again, but it's time to give an update on Tresor One. Today, just general update, no specific topic I want to talk about, because I feel like it has been a while that I've given a proper update. So we reached a couple of milestones since the last videos, I think. So one of the biggest ones is 100,000 euros ARR, annual recurring revenue, which is, I mean, it's insane. I wouldn't have thought to reach that when I started last year, beginning of last year. So 100K is pretty insane. I guess that is for most bootstrappers. That's the line that you have to cross, the milestone that you have to achieve in order to be able to get a living out of it, to be able to pay yourself full time. It's the threshold where a lot of bootstrappers, at least from the circles where I'm reading in, and indie hackers, they then start to go full time into it. So that's a pretty amazing milestone. I'm not going full time into it, at least yet, as you know. I think this has been asked a lot, and I've covered this in multiple different interviews and also on this channel. But the important part is that I get help, and I do have help. We have now two freelancers on board, one full time, one part time, and we have two in Germany. It's called mini jobbers. So they put like around 10 hours per week into the product. And this in addition to the core team. So that's pretty amazing. And we get a lot more done. So regarding the rest of the numbers, the page views, they hover around 2 million a month, which is, I mean, it's great, but it's also not rising anymore since I think the beginning of the year. Which is okay. I mean, page views is not a real success metric for us. It's just an indicator of like new traffic coming in and so on, or engagement. But that's fine. The signups and the monthly active users, they are the important ones. And I mean, we are above 20,000 monthly active users, which is pretty insane. And I guess by the time you watch this video, crossed 50,000 signups. So that's quite a significant number of users, right? And it means some of the priorities changed, at least like if we look at same time last year, what I did was, back then I think I was still alone. I build features as fast as I can and like push them out. And when something went wrong, like the few hundred users told me and I fixed it. But now there are a few things, like things are going a bit differently, and I think it's getting more mature in general, also more healthy. So I'm not putting like every spare minute, every night, every weekend into the project anymore. I had to reprioritize a little bit for myself, for my family's sake. 1 year doing that and like giving it all is, I mean, it was fine for me. I took it and I did it. But I wouldn't recommend it to everyone because, putting all your time in there also has some other downsides. Nonetheless, I had to reprioritize. I wanted to, enjoy it a bit more. That means sometimes doing a different thing than the project itself. But important part is the project like going along faster than last year? And yes, it is, because there are more people working on it. So it creates a better environment for everyone involved while still growing the product at a faster rate. But the important part is also what do we work on? Because it's not only about like pushing features out. If you have 50,000 people on the platform and things are going wrong, the impact is much, much higher, and stability and reliability becoming just a much more important part. And you can argue, yes, it's just as important in the beginning, but you don't have much to lose. Like there is 50 euros revenue a month, maybe 100, maybe 900. Now we are at almost 10K per month MRR, and we are already at 15K revenue. So any lost customer due to stability issues or something like this, or unreliability, that hurts much, much, much more. So in like in Q1 this year, we focused a lot on stability and robustness of the API and the products, and we do still have a long way to go, but the improvements have been incredible by the team. And the good thing about when you can start to employ people, you can get people in that are much smarter than you, or that are more focused on things where you might have weaknesses. So for example, I can launch a product really fast, but I might be not as thorough as I should be on, for example, testing or code quality, and other people are. So I'm trying to get people in with different perspectives, different qualities and focuses. So all of us together create a much better product, and this is exactly what happened. So everyone that is working on there like increases the bar for anything that I've done in the past in many different areas, and that is exactly what you want when you hire people. You hire people that are better than you in specific areas, and they raise the bar in that area. So overall, I'm very happy with the progress that we are doing. Growth slowed down, so it's still growing about 20% MRR this month. I guess it will be around that, but overall it's slowing. I mean, we had months where it was 150% or 70%, and I think there was some buzz in like February, March with different news outlets and finance blogs or influencers or YouTube channels recommending the product. So there was a lot of buzz there, and I think this is like dying down a little, which is fine. Everything gets a little bit more controllable and predictable. On the other hand, the growth numbers are getting slower, and on the other hand, we do have also still a high churn rate, and trial conversion is also not where it should be or could be. So we're talking to a lot of users and are collecting feedback, and will address that. And the latest changes, like we had a price increase. We now have a third tier plan that is very interesting. Pricing in general, I should do an episode on pricing itself, because like a higher tier, what it does psychologically and so on, very, very interesting. If you're interested, I shared a lot on Twitter already, so if you are on Twitter, follow me there, or look for it. I think this is such an interesting topic. Pricing a SaaS is a whole science in itself. And we are trying a lot. So we increased the price. We put in a third tier. And there are a few more things we're planning to get more revenue streams in general, because it's not yet sustainable. Tresor One, we need more people, full-time people, especially the core team and me. We're still working on our spare time on it. I guess 50K per month should be a level where we can sustain a 5 to 6 person team. And that is, I think, the sweet spot to have this as a sustainable business going forward. So that milestone is quite there is some way to go there. Let's see if we can get there. And it will be very interesting if we can do this just with the subscription, or if we have to do like some affiliate partnerships, recommending other products that are complementary to ours, or through the API, for example, because we are planning an API that is then B2B facing naturally. So there are a few more things planned, and we will continue to try this. But the biggest part that we are currently focused on is increasing the value of the subscription for the customers, for the users. We hear this over and over again, that the difference between the plus version or the investor version, so basically when you have a subscription, it's not that big compared to the free plan. And what you can do is either like you lower the features in the free plan, which we don't want to do, but we want to increase the features in the paid plan, so it's actually creates more value to the customers. So there are a couple things planned, and we are working on them right now. I'm sharing some of them on Twitter and some sneak peeks. But the work that we did in Q1 was so important as a groundwork. I told this, like I mentioned the tree analogy a couple times here on YouTube. So you have the Christmas tree, and the foundation needs to get wider and so on. Instead of just building new features and getting it larger and larger, you need to have a foundation to support it, and that's what we did. And the more stable everything gets, the more comfortable we can build new features on top of it. And that's exactly what we are doing right now. So yeah, I think that was already it from the update. Let me quickly think if there is some else. I mean, the numbers I shared with you, users, revenues, and page views. That's everything that I'm sharing on YouTube as on Twitter as well every month as a reporting to you. And that's about it. I will do some more videos and share with you some more specific topics. But if there is something you would like to know, are you building your own business, a bootstrap project, are you an indie hacker, or do you have a startup and going a different route with seed money and all that? Let me know if there is anything you would like to know about my journey and what we are building and how we are building it. I'm happy to share that and dive deeper into some specific topics. But for now, I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.